Welcome to JW Foods and the Mule Brother, guys. Another fantastic opportunity to sit with another individual that actually wants to talk about good things, about life, and about being a pastor in an online world. You see, JW Foods and the Mule Brothers is essentially exactly what I'm trying to get to everybody, that we're a community and not just a meat shop and a butcher shop and a great store full of God's gift to all of us. But we're a community. And in that community, when I have people reach out to me and say, hey, Bill, I love what you do. I love the opportunity to come and be on your podcast and to witness to other people and show them that our community is getting stronger, not weaker. Today, I'm going to be sitting here with Christian, and he's actually starting up a podcast. He's an online pastor. God bless him, and he's got quite the story. But he's starting up a podcast called Warriors for Christ.
It's actually called Iron Sharpens Iron.
Oh, Iron. Okay, so I was reading the wrong side.
Can you scrap live? Can we go back?
Take two. Hey, listen, that's the beauty of going live.
You get 3 strikes. That's strike 1.
And then I end up on the cross right beside Jesus, and he takes my soul, and I'm where I go. So really, there is nothing after 3 strikes.
Go.
But hey, so it's called Iron Sharpens Iron.
Yeah.
That's a biblical thing.
It is a biblical thing, considering
So where's
it's a
the Warriors?
podcast.
Where's the Warriors for Christ?
That's the church.
Shut up.
Yeah, buddy. Because we're all warriors for Christ. Right?
We're
on God's army.
Because we're Spartan warriors.
That's
right to the
what's
300.
It's on the website.
There you go.
There you go.
See? And so the online presence that you're going to do. Oh, first of all, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Okay.
Actually, and you have a great story too of what you did in your life.
We all got stories.
I know, but it's always nice to hear.
So I'm Christian. I'm Christian Reich. I'm a pastor for Warriors for Christ Online. Ex drug addict, ex touring rock musician. But went through hell and back. Had to go through hell in order, so God had to hit rock bottom, so God could be the rock I could stand on.
Right on.
So that I can get back out there and help people that the way that God helped me. None of us are perfect. We got to try though. We're gonna fail, but it's the heart that gives us that drive to try. Because we want when you find God and when you love God, you want nothing more than to please God.
So you were literally in the art of music.
Yeah.
That people dream about being involved in that type of rock scene with some big names. Like you were throwing out some big names from the day.
I started touring with Backstreet Boys when I was 19. Played with so many different rock bands. I've lost count, really. Toured the world. It's everything that you think it would be. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what you see on TV and the movies. It's drugs, sex, and rock and roll. It's exactly what it is. It was really fun, but that's how they hook you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how the devil hooks you, right? Promises you everything, you get everything, and then suddenly you keep chasing and chasing and chasing, and you realize that the more you chase, the emptier you are. And then you wake up every day, and the only thought that goes through your mind is, how do I kill myself? How do I get out of this life? I don't want to be here anymore. And then you go through things where you start looking for anybody else to blame but yourself, right? Because you're angry, and when you're angry, you throw tantrums like a little child, right? Because you drop your ice cream cone and you want to yell at your parents instead of like taking ownership for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
But that's all part of God's plan. It's all part of God's plan. The emotions, the falling, going through hell, and surviving, because, you know, Christ says basically, like, the way I see it, the bigger the suffering, the more the suffering anybody went through, the bigger the purpose.
Absolutely.
Okay? So when you start understanding it from God's perspective, you see that your suffering, God only doesn't just bless you, he blesses through you. So in order for me now to become that warrior, to become that his iron sharpening my iron, I had to survive it. I had to go through everything. I had to go through hell. And then I had to learn to let go of the anger, to forgive myself, to forgive others, and to forgive God, because, you know, God's the first thing you blame.
Yeah, of
a lot
course.
of times. Yeah, everybody's angry with God. I can't tell you how many times people come up to me and they go, oh, I'm blaming God for this, blah, God for that. And I just want to be like, listen, God gave you life. He didn't hold a gun to your head and tell you to marry that man. He didn't tell you to take that job. He didn't tell you to do this and that. Everything. Those are all decisions that we make, right? He gives us this life, and all our choices have consequences. So when we keep making what we feel is best for us, granted, we're innocent. If we don't know God, obviously, then we have no reason to think any different, right? We're not following His will because we don't even know who God is. But we're making what we feel is best, those choices, right? And we're going to stumble. It's impossible not to. And then when you run out of people to blame, you're going to start blaming God. You're going to get angry with God, and you're going to throw, fists of rage and keep punching. And He'll let you punch. He'll let you punch till you're exhausted. And He'll even help you up when you're tired and let you punch some more. He'll take punches. And that's just, that's His love, right? And eventually you're so tired, and when you collapse, He'll be there to catch you, lift you up and be like, okay, now you're ready. Let's go. Now go out there and fight. Use all that pent up rage, that anger, and use that energy, that power that's in you, because you're a fighter to begin with, right? You can't suffer and survive without being a fighter. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of energy to suffer. It takes a lot of fight to suffer, right? Most people who suffer, instead of doing what you think would be the logical thing, which is turn around and go the other way, you almost dive deeper into it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a boxer, right? You don't no matter how many times you get knocked down, you still want to get up and keep fighting.
Yeah, it's that fighting spirit.
It's the fighting spirit in you, right? So what God puts that in you for a reason, but He wants you to use it for His purpose. So now I've thank God, obviously I came to my senses, and He was there to pick me up and brought me out of it, got me clean and sober, got me out of that industry, which was just a succubus. It's the worst, most evil thing you could possibly be in. I just finished writing a book about how to defeat strongholds with Christ. Mm-hmm. And I started the ministry initially for people that were suffering with addictions and strongholds and stuff like that. Not to knock the NAs and the AAs, but they speak words of defeat, right? Hi, my name's John and I'm an alcoholic. Well, you're an alcoholic because you just claimed yourself to be an alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
It should be, hi, my name's John and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Wow, bravo.
Right?
That's
what
beautiful.
It should be.
That's flipping beautiful.
And God is the Word. If we're speaking,
absolutely.
And His name is I am. I am an alcoholic. Yeah. I am defeated. I am gay. I am this. The devil's just tricked you into speaking using the power of God, the name, into cursing yourself. But if you just speak the way God tells you to speak, which is to speak words of affirmation over yourself, affirmation of your life, speak victory over your life, you'd be shocked how fast it turns around.
That is beautiful the way you illustrate that.
It's true.
It really is, because it's true. I never thought of it that way. That I am. That's a powerful word.
Of I am.
And the devil always uses what God has created and God has done.
Of course.
And uses
He's got no power.
Bravo.
He can't do anything. He can't make you do anything. He's David Copperfield.
Yeah. Right now he's sitting in the corner somewhere over there. Not you guys, but he's sitting in the corner over there somewhere going, whoa, what are you doing? Why are you talking like that?
But credit where credit's due. He's good. He's the best at being evil. No one's better than him.
Yeah.
But
well, he was the top angel, right?
He's got the fighting spirit. He knows how this story ends.
He knows
he's not in hell ruling and having a party right now. A lot of people think the devil's in hell and rules hell. No, hell is punishment for the devil and his angels. He's going to get tossed in with everybody else that doesn't accept Christ.
Right.
With everybody else that's staying on the Titanic and not getting in the lifeboat.
Right on.
It's up to you. God can't force you to love Him. He won't. That's not love.
So you're 45 years old.
Yeah.
When did you see that moment? When did you feel that moment? And explain it to us. When you gave your life to God and you left that world behind, or was it gradual?
I came back.
Yeah.
When I met God when I was 13 years old. I didn't know who Jesus was. God and His Holy Spirit appeared to me. I can't. I'm usually good at words. I just can't explain this feeling.
Yeah.
It was like being electrocuted.
I had that feeling too.
You had that feeling?
I did.
You can't describe it.
No, you can't, because people always ask me, describe. And I was around the same age too, bro. Powerful.
and it was intense. So even intense is not a strong enough word.
Yeah.
There's no words I can't think of to even describe except love.
Amazing.
Love is the only word I can describe.
Absolutely.
Like actual pure, unfettered love, like unconditional love.
Were your parents Christians?
My dad was. My mother
Like, were you
is
brought
still
up
a
in that?
practicing Muslim, actually.
Okay.
So she's got a lot of demons.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know my daughter. Look, so you never came from that structure.
I never came from that structure. I didn't know who Jesus was. I didn't know who God was. We're the chosen. God finds you.
So at
He'll draw you
13,
to him.
where were you, and how did you connect with that?
So I actually was. I went to a Christian camp with a friend of mine in grade 7 or something like that.
You and I are the same, bro.
Are we?
I was
There
at
we
a
go.
Christian camp too.
Was it Pentecostal?
So it was.
Yeah,
it was
probably.
And it was at a Camp Saugeen when I did it in a
Okay.
field. We
Yeah,
were sleeping
something
in a
like
field,
that.
and I looked up to the stars and I go, "There has to be a God.
Yeah.
There has to
Yeah.
be." And it was at that moment. It was like, bang!
Boom, like electrocution. Yeah, I know.
I got a real connection with you.
I don't even know, man.
I can feel that.
It felt like it lasted a lifetime, but it could have been 30. I don't even know how long it was.
That's so true.
But it's just indescribable.
Yeah.
But you know right then and there. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
You don't have an experience like that and go, what was that?
Exactly.
You can't even
know for sure.
You know for sure you're touched by the hand of God. And
that's cool.
He set me up. He gave me abilities, visions, stuff like that. You know, I would start seeing things that came true before they happened. They were of the dumbest little things. Like I'd see we ordered a pizza and it arrived 3 hours late, and the driver got in a car accident. Or I'd see something random that happened at school the next day. I used to try to tell people when it happened, but I would get looked like I was an idiot.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I used to get mad at God. I'd be like, cool, God gave me this ability. So if he's showing me things before they happen, doesn't that mean that I'm supposed to go do something about it? No, that's not what it is. Whatever God gives you is for you. It's for between you and him to learn. It's not, if God wanted you to go out and stop something or do something, he would tell you.
Yeah,
He's done in the Bible. When he sends you out on a mission, when he tells, Moses, look, go get my people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or go cross the Red Sea. Like, he clearly tells you.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was a kid. I was learning. I was like, okay, well, what does this mean? What am I supposed to do? One thing that really bothered me was the fact that I felt like I had no choices in life. Like, I felt like everything was predestined, which it is.
Yep.
But I felt like that I felt robbed of choice in life. You know what I mean? I started getting resentful about that. So eventually I rebelled. Actually, well, I was like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons, on fire for Christ, until I was in my early 20s. But I eventually rebelled. One step led to another. I got into the industry. And it wasn't just, like I fell off completely overnight. It was a gradual descent, but it was a long one. And only in the last 5 years did I start coming back to God.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was just lost, man. I was lost. I just wanted to destroy myself at every opportunity I could. No amount of drugs could do it. No amount of alcohol could do it, which pissed me off even more.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't let me die.
You
know what I mean?
on you.
Buddy, I had, wait, I should be dead 10 times over by now.
Wow.
And he wouldn't let me go, which made me even more angry. Eventually, you just have to surrender. You surrender, and then...
That's what it comes down to.
Because I felt guilty, too. You keep digging these one sin after the next, and you're so deep in a cave of your own doing.
And
you're like, there's nothing I can do to make up for all this shitstorm that I've done.
Yeah, yeah.
And God's basically like, I never told you to make up for it. That's what forgiveness is. Give me your hand. Boom. You're at the surface. One step. But like the devil's just trying to keep you down there. You're like, you can't go to God now. You can't ask for forgiveness. Look at everything you've done. Like, you're a piece of shit. You can't do that. What I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what he loves to do. But God never talks to you with condemnation, right?
See, everybody knows my story about being an abused child at the church. And going to what you're saying is very relevant. People always said, how come you never came out about it? Why did you not tell anyone? Right? And I go, it's like you.
Yeah.
The only way you can explain it is like you're in a dark room. There's no doors, there's no windows, there's nothing. You can't see anything, and you're trying to figure out, how do I get out of this?
Yeah, it's suffocating.
And then the beauty about Christianity is that in a dark room, when that little light is shining, it's shining, always there. You start to see the light and you start to focus in on that light. And when you leave out the darkness and you focus on that dot on the wall, all of a sudden it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then all of a sudden, I got an exit.
Yeah.
But if you were in a very bright room, like a lot of people think they are, and you don't see that cancer, you don't see that little dot, before you know it, it starts to spread, and then all of a sudden you see it, and you're sitting in front of a doctor going, I got these pains. Oh, well, you got cancer. Well, why didn't I catch it early? Because you didn't see it in time. Same thing with darkness. But the beauty about the Christian lifestyle, my lifestyle, your lifestyle, our lifestyle, when you're a Christian, is that you're protected by the light. You're protected by God's hand. And even when you gave your life to Jesus at an early age, and you fell away for your teens,
he was always there.
Your 20s, your 30s,
Always there.
he pulled you right back. And even when in darkest times, when you feel like I can't get out of these holes, he pulled you back
Always
up.
pulls you back. Yeah.
That's an amazing freaking story, bro.
It's incredible, man. To me, it's
amazing
shocking.
story.
Like, it's shocking. Like, why God's love is it's truly unconditional.
Yeah.
Like, that power of forgiveness. I think that's the hardest thing for anybody to do. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others, but forgiving yourself, I think, is the hardest thing to do.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And it's never
we
too
all
late.
make bad choices. We've all got stuff that we regret that we've done.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, everybody's got something in the closet.
But you know, the worse you feel, that it's just a sign that the closer you are to God. You know what I mean? Because if you actually can feel bad for doing something, or feel like, you know, something's weighing on your heart, that means that you're aware of it. You know what I mean? Because you got to question the guy that can freely sin and just doesn't have a conscience about it.
Yeah.
That's a vacancy right there.
Yeah.
That's a void.
100%.
That's that darkness, just like walking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we're seeing that more and more in today's world.
Absolutely, because demons run this world, right? Satan runs
Absolutely,
this world.
they do.
He's the prince of this
But
world.
they can't be everywhere.
They're pretty close.
Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's tons,
100%.
buddy. I know, but
You've seen it. Probably right up to the
I've
face.
danced with them. You know, we've done the waltz. Yeah, absolutely.
And
we tango.
in that type of an industry that you come from,
100%.
they're up on the stage doing
You've
the
seen
dance
it
with
too.
you.
We've all seen it. You know what I mean? It's real. It's as real as it gets.
Yeah.
The scariest part is when people, like, because people have them and they don't even realize it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can spot if somebody's got the darkness in them right away.
Is that right,
You
eh?
see right through the eyes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. How do my eyes look?
Yours are.
Huh?
Yours look good, buddy.
Good.
I see.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Jesus is in those eyes. Don't worry. You're good. You're good. Yeah, it's different, right?
Yeah.
The eyes have a.
They're the window to the soul.
It's like a beautiful sadness, though, a little bit. It's like,
It's a true story.
It's the reason why Jesus wept when Lazarus was dead, right?
Yeah.
It's not because he knew he wasn't gonna. He knew he was going to raise him from the dead.
Yeah.
So he wasn't crying because he died. He was just
Yeah.
crying because he felt the pain of
death.
of death, of the people that he felt. He was an empath, you know. He felt the pain of humanity and stuff like that. So he wept with them. Jesus wept. So the shortest verse in the Bible.
Yeah.
Right. And it's sad. Like, I mean, you understand why God came here and did what he did, you know, and it is truly out of love. But Satan's trick is to change the definition of love. You won't find love, the true definition of love, in a dictionary, because love can only be God. That's it. God is love. In the dictionary, you'll find attraction, lust, your dog, I don't know, whatever. You'll find a bunch of different things. We can pull it out right now if you want.
Yeah.
But there's no point, because it's all bullshit anyway. The only thing that is love is God, and love is unconditional. And to truly know love, you have to know God, because there's no other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no other way. So when you see someone walking like in the way, walking with Christ, like a true disciple of Christ, you always see. There's ones that are that you can tell they've been through a lot of battles, like they're seasoned warriors. You know what I mean? Like they've survived, but they've been through a lot of pain.
Yeah.
But even in that pain, they still find a reason to love and have joy. Like I'm the happiest I've ever been. Even when but I'll still wake up every day feeling inadequate in a lot of ways. Devil's still after you hard. He's not going to give up, not till the day you go. You know what I mean? He doesn't stand a shot, but still, he can be annoying to have to deal with. You know what I mean? But that's why God tells you to start your day off with him, to always stay close to him, because as long as that light that you talked about is there, as long as we keep focusing on that light, we're not going to sink in the water. We're going to keep walking on that water.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So your life has changed dramatically, and you're aiming towards obviously being a pastor, the online presence,
Right.
And then your podcast that you're doing.
Right. So online.
What got you to? What made you? It's only been 5 years.
Right.
What got you to that point where? Well, we know what got you to that point, but what made you think? You know what? I want to be a pastor. I want to be somebody that leads people to Christ.
That's what when I first met God at 13. That's exactly what it was.
Is that right?
Like I knew that had to be the case.
Yeah.
I just wanted to rebel a bit at the end. It was tough, but you know what I mean? Like you know what it's like? It's like the guy that gets married to his high school sweetheart, you know what I mean? And while all his buddies go off to college,
that was me.
And they're having parties.
Holy smokes.
You know what I mean? And they're sleeping around and they're enjoying things, you know what I mean?
know. It enters my head all the time.
And then at middle age, he's like, "Well, I missed out. Like I've only been with one woman."
True story.
You know what I mean?
I'm there.
So you're as a guy, we know.
Yeah, thank you. You're speaking my life, brother.
Go.
That's me. 40 years with the same girl. And I'm
That's
like,
good, buddy. That's great. I'm still single, so.
I've been with Tassie since I was 18.
Wow.
I think I was just coming out
That's
of
what
diapers.
I wanted. I wanted that. I did. Got my heart.
Yeah, but
broken so many
what
times.
you're saying is very true, because I fight that battle all the time. I'm like, I mean, I love her, and we've had our ups and downs, and it's like a flipping roller coaster through life. And I got great kids. But the thing is, though, is that sometimes I look and I go, you know, he puts it in your head, a little on the shoulder, the old angel on one side.
The two sides, yeah.
And he's like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what? Listen, she's pretty good, man. That's a nice looking girl, right?
Yeah.
And you've never been with another woman, so why don't you give it a shot? Or, hey, the grass is green over there. You can actually decide when you want to go on a trip and do what you want, when you want, how you want.
The freedom.
But at the end of the day,
Is it?
what does that lead you to? Loneliness, unhappiness,
Despair.
emptiness.
Yeah.
You lose something beautiful when it comes to the connection that God's bringing two people together and becoming one becomes.
It's worldly. You always lose when you go with the world.
100%. You never win. You might think you
It's a
did.
temporary satisfaction. That's it.
Bingo.
Like maybe it gives you a half hour, even 24 hours.
Yeah.
Hell, let's say a week. I'll give it a year. Let's say you get a year of satisfaction, but you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose 10. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's not worth it. It's never worth it.
No.
Because if we're living for this world, which we don't know if it's gonna pass tomorrow. I could get hit by a bus on my way home.
100%. I say it all
Probably
the time.
not going to be, but it's up to him.
Yeah.
If I go, I go. When I go, I go.
Absolutely.
But if we're not living for our destination, which is eternity with
Our Lord.
with our Lord and Savior, that's our destination,
Absolutely.
right? Even if we're 100 years here,
Yes.
that's nothing. That's
Nothing.
that's not even a grain of sand.
Bingo.
Okay, so if we're not living for that, we're backwards.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard because we are living for it right now. There are certain things that we lose out on, or we think we lose out on, or have to remove ourselves from because we're choosing to live for eternity versus eternity with God and not eternity separated from God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is much longer.
Well,
There's no.
the thing
once
is,
you're dead, there's no second chance.
the worst part about hell
know?
is not just suffering, but it's the
can never leave.
anguish. It's knowing that hell is full of believers.
Yes.
There's not a single person in hell that doesn't know that Jesus Christ is Lord. Okay? And that's
True
the
story.
worst part.
Isn't that true?
Not
right?
only suffering, but to be constantly repeat your mistakes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like past the point, and you're past the point of no return.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like you ever done something that really weighed that you were like, oh man, like I once accidentally killed a cat when I was 11 years old. I still cry about that to this day, and I'm 45. Okay, like I would give up
killed
my
him.
life now, but I was playing.
You killed.
by accident. It's an accident. Okay? I didn't say a dog. I said a cat. Okay?
Yeah, what's
so
up,
give me
Lisa?
some credit here.
Johnson is here.
Okay. The steaks are his that I cut. Hey guys, welcome to real life. The steaks are his. All right, inside the plant, all those ribeyes. They broke down 1 case of chicken breast for him, and there's something else on that list. Oh, Sofina chicken fingers. Ask George to grab one of the chicken fingers for him.
From there.
Yeah, and tell him I'm sorry, but we're in a podcast. If he wants to come in, tell him he can be part of it.
Okay, it's a case of.
Yeah. One box of chicken fingers. Thank you. See, they guys, even during podcasts and lives,
Yeah.
I gotta sometimes run a business.
You want to see if anybody wants to make an order right now?
Does anybody want to make an order at
Everybody wanna place an order?
jwfoods.com?
Let's
Get
go.
on to jwfoods.com and make your orders right now.
There you go.
There's a delicious foods on there too. I gotta see what kind of delicious foods they have. Huh?
They got some good stuff.
Listen, all joking aside on killing the
buddy.
cat, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
He didn't purposely go out and kill a cat, okay?
No, it wasn't.
So everybody calm down before, I always
Yeah.
say, the comments, when I get comments,
Yeah.
it's always the guy, and I refer back to the guys because I'm a guy. It's always the guy who's in his 50s, wearing a diaper in his mom's basement, sucking his, you hurt my feelings. Oh, yeah. Shut up. Okay? Get out of your mom's basement. It's time to grow up. So you go. How's that, eh?
That's good.
All right, listen.
I think he tuned out of the podcast when you called him out there a little bit.
Good, because I usually block their asses.
Okay.
I got I got no patience.
Yeah.
I'm glad that to see the world is finally saying take down the flags off our schools.
Finally.
All right.
At least in the States.
There's only a Canadian flag and an American flag that should be on any schools in any country. The flag of the country should be on it,
100%.
not the demonic. Hey, and sorry, I call it out the way it is. You might not like it, but hey, sucks to be you because it's a sin. But I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to ever hide my true feelings on this stuff. When my daughter is in a bathroom and some guy who identifies as a woman goes into that bathroom, thank God my daughter's in her 20s because I'd be doing some serious damage to certain people being thrown through a front door. Now, is that biblical? I don't care. I'll answer for it. But I have no patience for that nonsense.
Back in the day, a few fights took care of business for us, eh?
100%.
How many times would, let's say me and you, we saw each other and then we just kind of nudged and then we fought. We become best friends after that.
Absolutely.
100%. That's how men resolved.
We're warriors.
There's
Boom.
no big fight.
That's
It's
why
the
your
same
church is
reason
called We're
you-
Warriors. We're warriors.
And I tell you, man, if you smacked a couple of those kids,
Listen,
my
the
dad
problem-
knocked some sense into me.
100%.
I
You know how
never
many
raised
times
a
I
hand
got
since
it?
I was in grade 7. Never fought once after that.
Buddy, I studied martial arts.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be Bruce Lee, a white Bruce Lee with Chinese slippers. That was me. Okay? True story. So I remember one time I was in my kitchen, my house. My mom said something. I said, shut up. My dad goes, what did you say? I said, what? And he came over. I blocked his shot. He came to give me a good slap.
Yeah.
I blocked it, and I went back right away, like this.
Yeah.
Oh!
You karate kid.
Karate kid. Get out of the way. Don't wipe
Macho
on, wipe
over here.
off stuff. Hey, what's up, Liam? Come here. Come here, brother. Look at this. This is my Aboriginal friend from downtown. Come on over here. Come on, say hi to everybody. This is Christian. This is Liam.
Good to meet you, Christian.
This guy, come over. I don't know if you can see. Here. All right. Here's one of our customers. Say hi to everybody.
How's it going?
This guy's in one of our. Is that correct? Am I saying it right when I say Aboriginal, or is that disrespectful?
I think Aboriginal, Native, Métis. Métis is what I am.
Thank you very much. You see, I call it out the way it.
French side.
French mix, yeah.
French
See,
side.
if I say something that's wrong, I like to be called out on it. So I asked my guys that are an Aboriginal guy, his family's from here, freaking amazing people. Okay, they were the first people of this country. All right, we invaded it. They were the first people. They chased the buffalo. Am I wrong or right?
Indeed, and I just want to say thank you so much. You've been helping our family a lot, and I'm on the rush, so I'm gonna jump out. Thank you so much, Bill.
Love you, brother.
Enjoy your life.
Love you, buddy.
Good to meet you.
You too.
There you go. See that? That's pure love, buddy. That's what it's about. This guy comes here. He buys all his meat and everything else from me. He has a place down on Bloor Street. It's for drop-in centers
Toronto?
for Aboriginal people. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I asked him to come in here because that's what this is about.
100%.
That's what this is. That's what
we're
this
told to do.
business is about. I can't emphasize it enough when I say God has blessed me with something that is incredibly powerful, and I want to share that with as many people as I can. And that's why I brought, when I was introduced to you, cheers. When I was introduced to you and I got talking to you outside, and you said the first thing I looked at was, look at all the tattoos on this guy. And I went, you're a pastor? But see, we got to get past what, and I was saying earlier, I was saying to my black customers, I said, what color are you? They say, I'm black. What color am I? White. I go, no, you're not. You're not black. You're brown. Stop it. You don't even look close to being black. Stop it. I'm not even close to being white. That's white. That's why I'm not white. I go, when we get past all this vision and seeing people for what they look like and understanding that inside each of our bodies is a treasure from God. And when you grasp that and you understand what that truly means, what are you worried about tomorrow for? What are you worried about what these guys are doing in the world around us?
Actually, God tells you not to worry.
No, fear is of the enemy.
Buddy, 365 times in the Bible. Not because he's a broken record, not because he's a parrot, but one for every day of the year. Do not worry. Do not be afraid. Tomorrow's going to work out for itself. Today is actually the most important day of your life.
Absolutely. Right this minute.
Right this second.
Because we could be dead in a heartbeat.
We could be, yeah.
My heart could go boom, and I'm out.
Okay.
At our church.
Let's try it.
At our church, one of our friends' father, at that time, back then, he was 45 years old.
Okay.
We were playing basketball in the church auditorium.
Right.
It's not the auditorium, the gym.
It went down.
Yeah.
During the game.
Aneurysm. Out of nowhere, he went boom, and he went straight down, and we thought something hit him, something happened, whatever. By the time we got to him, and we were on the ground, he was dead before he hit the ground. He was a Christian, he was a believer, but the kicker is this. No matter what it triggers our death, no matter how it comes, because it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
It's around the corner. It's just waiting right now for God to say, I'm taking the protection off, you're dead. And when we die, at that moment, once you go through the light, because that's what everybody says, they go through the light, and they come to this beautiful setting. This beautiful setting, and it doesn't matter how evil you are, you're going to see the light, and you're going to come through, and you're going to get judged by the Lord Jesus Christ. Not by God, not by any, Lord Jesus Christ, because God took a part of him and made it into a human person, that actually this person, this part of God, is the only way to get to God because God is so perfect. And he doesn't, whatever the Spirit of God is so powerful that he doesn't want to see you, because to him, you're dirty. Oh, but through the blessing of God and Jesus and the water, he can see you clear. And he says, he's my kid. That's mine. That's mine. I knew it. But if you're not, there's no, no, please, Jesus, can I have a second chance? No, you're gone. See ya, stinking ladders.
No excuses.
That's it. You don't get that second chance.
That's the best part, though. It's like you're in court. Like, let's say you rob a bank. Judge says, I'm going to sentence you to 20 years. Okay, then Chris comes along and says, okay, I'm going to take your punishment for you. You go free, I go in. That's what Jesus did for us.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? And the way I like to describe the whole Trinity thing, it's like, a 3-leaf clover, 3 parts of the same thing. Or like for modern examples, like shampoo, conditioner, and body wash in the same bottle.
Yeah.
Right? 3 different persons, all one being with 3 different purposes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Like I say, my grandfather and my dad, the 3 of us right here, we're all the same. We're all the same. And that's beautiful. Because my grandfather, my dad, and me are all the same.
One wouldn't exist without the other.
No. And if something happened to him, he's not here and I'm not here.
Yeah.
And if something happened to my dad, I'm not here.
Yeah, it's like Back to the Future.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But when you understand that and you realize the power of what we've been given 100%. While we're here on the earth, holy mountain, you have an amazing testimonial that is extraordinary. You've been at the highest level of the music industry. To the lowest part of the music industry, to being saved. But were you honestly saved? Or you were saved before you did any of that? Which means that God allowed you to experience all the experiences of life.
Because he's sovereign and he already knows how things are going to work out.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
He knows who's going and who's not.
It's amazing.
Right? It's part of free will.
Yeah.
But is it our job to be saved? Are we talking once saved, always saved? No, that's absolutely not the case. Jesus literally says, like you said earlier, you know, when you give, there's a difference between disciples and people that call themselves Christians, right? There's a difference between like a Christian is not a religion; it's a relationship with God.
Absolutely.
So if you're saved, but you're not working to be more Christ-like, you're always going to sin. Christian will never be sinless.
Right.
Christian should sin less, but will never be sinless. If you're not working towards that relationship with God, then God's going to go, depart from me, I never knew you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because even the devil believes in Jesus, but doesn't listen to him.
That's powerful.
So that's the thing. But in Revelations, Jesus even says he can erase your name from the Lamb's Book of Life. So he actually says, if you continue to willfully sin, and you don't, like, you can't, because it's not just forgiveness, it's forgiveness and repentance, right? So anybody can ask forgiveness all day. I can keep doing things wrong and go, sorry, God, sorry, God, sorry, God, right? Do I really love you, right? Let's say, you know, your wife keeps beating you, and then if she was truly sorry, she wouldn't keep beating you. You know what I mean? There has to be an actual change. There has to be a character change. There has to be a heart change in order for you to actually follow what God says. Because God says, if you love me, you'll obey my commands. You follow me. Now, you're going to fall. You're going to fall short, 100%. You'll always get up. But you can't fool it. Like you said, when you're standing there at Judgment Day, and it's just you and God, like, there's no hiding anything. He knows your heart. Like between him and you, he knows what's real and what's bullshit. You can fool everybody else here on earth as much as you want. But there's no fooling God. You know what I mean? So it's about your heart. It's about getting right with your heart. It's about actually wanting to please God because out of love. Because like I said, to know God is to know love. And you can't know love and not want to spread more love. Right? You want to help people. You want to, not because it benefits you, but it does benefit you. Let's be honest, right? Because it's a blessing through you. It's not just a blessing for you. You know, God, there's no point in me giving you a Ferrari if it's going to sit in the garage on a remote desert island, you know, and you're never going to drive it. It's just collecting dust. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay? But the blessing, you got it. Yeah. So everything he gives us is to help the whole picture, is to help everybody else, right? Otherwise, it would just be us. There's no point in having more people. There's even no point of people if we're not meant to help each other. That's the whole point.
Absolutely.
Now, whether that means that we're supposed to go around and force people to get in the lifeboat, you know, when they say when the captain of Titanic says the ship can't sink, you want to believe the captain? Believe the captain. Yeah. But the lifeboat is here.
Yeah. And
so you can't, he's not going to force, he's not going to pull the gun to you saying, get into the lifeboat. That's not love. You know, and if we go around trying to get everybody to get in the lifeboat, we're going to want to blow our own brains out because it's so frustrating. You can't talk to people that aren't willing to receive it. You know what I mean? It has to be genuine, and God actually has to call you in order, and like he who has ears, let him hear. You know what I mean? If someone's not ready to receive it, and you're trying to push something on them that they're not ready for, what you'll end up doing is actually pushing them further away. So you're going to mess up the plan.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your job is just to go around and be God, be Christ-like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll see through you who God is. They'll know. They'll know through you. You know what I mean?
That's powerful.
That's it.
All right, so thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for being part of this live and this podcast. Christian, tell everybody where they can find you and what platforms you're on so that people know how to reach out to you.
So Iron Sharpens Iron is going to kick off probably in the next couple of weeks, and that's going to be through the website, which is warriorsforchrist.online. warriorsforchrist.online. And there's an Instagram as well. It's Warriors for Christ Church right now. And that's where it's going to be posted. And I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you.
Yeah, I'll definitely be following, and I'll be
problem.
definitely anything that we can do to help.
That'd be great. Appreciate it.
We're here for you.
Thank you.
And really, our community has to realize that we have a responsibility in today's world to be there for each other. These are very trying times for our country. It's very trying times for the humanity and for everything, the darkness that's coming at us. But I can tell you and I can assure you that when you have this relationship and you understand it truly, you have no fear. You have no worries about tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And that's it. Beyond that, we're just going to keep on plugging away and doing what we're going to do, and we're going to be supporting as many like-minded people. And we're also going to be supporting Iron Sharpens Iron and Warriors for Christ. And we're going to give everything that we can do to do that, whether it's through sales, through different things that we might be able to do here to help his cause, and to really show what it means to be not just a company dedicated to selling the healthiest product on the planet, because quite frankly, that's what we do, but building the healthiest communities that we can possibly promote. And no matter what your religion and culture and beliefs and whatever else is going on in the world, whether you're Muslim, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, Baptist, black, white, Chinese, and alien, I don't care. You're all God's creation. We're all the same. So we got to get past all that, and we got to realize that my ancestry is German, Finnish, and a lot of other stuff. I guess my grandfather was a lover of many nations. Yours?
Did he make love in many nations?
But this seems to be the issue in my family. So we'll just.
How many siblings?
You know, that's why they call me Heinz 57.
I'm still waiting for that knock on the door. My kid shows up.
Yeah.
He's 18. I'm like,
Yeah,
what's
thank
going
God.
on?
Thank God. I didn't. Yeah. Well, we don't know. Anyways,
know.
we're gonna leave that alone because
You're out there. You let me
I'm
know.
58, but if you're related to me somehow and you can prove it through your DNA, okay, don't call me. Anyways,
Buddy,
on behalf of
pleasure.
Bill and
Thank
Christian, thank you for watching. Thanks for being part of our. Thanks for allowing us to be part of your day. Have a God-blessed day, and may the Lord Jesus Christ put His blessing upon you, your family, and anybody that's ill out there. Your healing salvation comes from God, not from anything else. God will heal you. Trust me. When you know that you're suffering like he was, Christian, and you're at that, and I listen. I told people I committed suicide. I tried to commit suicide at 12 years old. I took a rope, hung it around my neck, and I broke the door in my bedroom. It actually snapped in half.
Yeah, he wouldn't let you go, buddy. He wouldn't let you go.
I sat on the floor, and at that moment, I realized. I said, God, I can't even do that right. And God said to me, I got a purpose for you. Shut up. Mm-hmm. Basically, sit there, shut up.
That's basically how he says it too, right?
Yeah.
He's a funny
because
guy.
it's true.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, I realized that that you could try whatever you want.
Yeah,
but unless Jesus and God say it's your time, you're not going anywhere. You're staying right here. That's it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It is what it is. But don't be stupid and jump off a bridge and say God's going to save you, okay? Because you'll end up with broken legs. Have a nice day. God bless. See you later. This is Bill and Christian.
Ciao.
Have a great day. Ciao. Bye. Love you. Bye.